My name is Makeda and I make Broke Azz Creations. Don't worry though, because this is the show where a Broke Azz creation can become a spectacular creation. With a few pantry essentials, fresh ingredients, and ingenuity, we'll make something great. Before the cooking can start, we have to make sure that you have the essential cookware in your kitchen, so this segment will focus on the cookware essentials to make your Broke Azz Creations kitchen work. Here are my suggestions for cookware essentials. Now, I have a big family outside of my daughter and myself, and when I make food for them, I make it in this large stock pot. Now, this could be for any one-pot meals, it can be for pasta, anything like that. My family's favorite thing for me to make is my goulash with elbow macaroni and ground beef. So I utilize this pot quite a bit. The next thing that I utilize is a saucepan, and I use this when it's just me and my daughter. If I'm going to make a one-pot meal, we don't necessarily like leftovers too much, but sometimes this is the perfect pot for us. The next thing that I actually have is this 8-inch frying pan. Now, I particularly like the 8-inch frying pan because I can cook anything in it. It's multi-purpose. I can fry eggs in it. My daughter always asks me for pancakes in the morning for breakfast. I make my pancakes in here, and then anytime I want to saute, or make a quick sauce that has a lot of sauteing in it, I use this particular pan. Now, because we do eat pastas quite a bit in this family, I do utilize my shredder or my grater, and I do grate Parmesan cheese on here. Also, when I make macaroni and cheese, I also utilize this particular part quite a bit. It's so much less money to grate your own cheese than to buy the shredded bags of cheese in the store. So that's what I use this grater for. You will need a serving spoon. This is a great one. It's inexpensive. We also have a slotted spoon. Now the slots are these openings here, so it's going to be anything that you need to pick up vegetables. I utilize it for pasta since I don't have a pasta fork, so I use this particular one for pastas. Whenever I fry chicken, this is my best friend. I don't like to get popped by grease, and the tongs are the best thing in the world. Now, I know some people use the little forks and all of that stuff to pick up their chicken when they're frying chicken, but me, I don't like to pierce the skin of my chicken, so I utilize a pair of tongs. It's also great when you're making any chicken meat dish or anything like that that you don't want to get your hands into. You can utilize this just like your hands. Now, I went to school for pastry arts, and I'm a baker. I utilize this particular whisk for everything. It doesn't matter if it's baking, it doesn't matter if it's cooking. I utilize a whisk for everything. I don't have a sifter here. I know, bad girl, bad girl. I don't have a whisk, but I use my whisk when I'm using dry goods because it's just the same as sifting. Another thing that I utilize all the time is a rubber spoon. A rubber spatula. This is probably one of the best money-saving tools you could utilize. I was always taught in class, you use that spatula to get every little last bit out of the bowl. The more you get out of the bowl, the more money you save. So here you go. There is your money-saving tool, the rubber spatula. Now, this particular wooden spoon, I use for everything. I don't care what it is. If I'm making brownies, I'm using a wooden spoon. If I'm making a cake, I don't have a cake. I don't have a blender or a mixer. I use a wooden spoon. Hey, to each his own, but I love this wooden spoon. It goes in everything, and it can withstand much higher heat. Now, this is probably the one thing that I'm always getting after my mom about. You need a really, really good chef knife, and a sharp one. All of you people out there that have your dull knives, throw them away. I don't want to see any of you all in the emergency room because you've cut yourself with a dull knife. Get yourself a good chef knife. Trust me, it will be worth the money. Now, I know some of you all may think this is for a restaurant, but this sheet pan, some people call it a jelly roll. I use this for everything. If I want to roast chicken, I utilize this pan. If I want to roast, my family's favorite is roasted potatoes with rosemary. I put them right on this pan. They come out perfect every time. this is probably one of the best things I've ever bought from a store to cook with. Now the next thing that I actually have is this pan. My family loves my lasagna. I make a doggone good lasagna, and this is the pan that I do it in. It's just high enough on the sides that you can make anything in here, a meat dish that has sauces or anything like that. That would be what this pan is for. Now these items can be bought at any price point. They can be from the cheapest to the most extravagant. You can go to the 99-cent store, or you can go to Williams and Sonoma, and anything in between. My suggestion is to go to your local restaurant supply store. At the local restaurant supply store, they're normally mom and pop, and what happens is that they're more apt to make a deal with you if you go in, and also the prices are a bit lower because they're normally used to selling wholesale to a restaurant. So these are my suggestions for your cookware essentials in your Broke Azz Creations kitchen. On the next segment, we'll talk about the pantry essentials for Broke Azz Creations kitchen. So until then, I'm looking forward to see you